farm. When I say we, I'm talking about me. And I've got these two totes. Got all this stuff in the car. Oh, wow. We're going to have to mow. Uh-oh. Looks like the monster tent fell over. Collapsed. Let's see. It looks like it's pretty destroyed. Yep, the whole leg's been off. Everything looks good though. Hello.
Hi, this is Leah with NE Capital following up with you. We still have an unresolved account for you in our office and urge you again to please take care of this account today before it becomes a bigger
spam callers.
issue.
We're going to go over here and turn this camera off so we don't make it go off 100 times. And we are considered, this is home away from home. I've got to open this up. I forgot we put all kinds of stuff in there. Hello, darling.
The water broke or what?
It looks like wind got it.
Yeah, but it got water on it. Probably wind came up and busted it. Well, how hard is it going to be to fix it? Can I fix it?
Possibly.
Is it bent? Just break.
The legs just bent over. I don't know if you can weld on that though.
Well, whatever. It's what it is. Purpose, I guess. I was just hoping that I could, have it for a couple more times,
Yeah, I understand. We got flowers by our... So what do you want me to do? Try to lay the legs down, the other two legs down? Try to kind of put it up?
Yeah, because, I'd like to be able to, use it somehow,
Yeah.
Pisses me off that the frame's busted, but I know it. I guarantee it's fucking got a bunch of water on it. And I don't know if the wind came up and just rocked it sideways. And then it just collapsed. Had been a hell of a wind.
Yeah. Did you see all our grass we're going to have to mow?
Yeah. I saw it. Looks good. Alright, I'll let you go. I love you.
Man, is it hot. Getting cooler. Storm's blowing in. It's already rained here. I don't know if it's going to rain some more or not. Probably late this evening. It looks like just a bolt got cut out. It bent the leg. So, our best bet is trying to pull the canvas off.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna I think to pull the canvas off, and then we're gonna have to just ditch the frame. It looks like I bent the thing all to hell, so. I just want to keep the canvas so that way, I basically just want to keep it for memories. Might even cut it up and hang it on the wall or something. I'm not using it near like I was in the fire, but it didn't, so we got blessed to be able to use it. That tells you that wind there must have been a bad storm through there or something.
Don't want mosquitoes. Mosquitoes suck. Oh, look at the radishes. Almost edible. Tastes good. The four-wheeler's carb. The nails for the gutter system. A light job for someone who can't do a whole lot. That would be me. And I'm taking all this insulation down. Switch arms here. Might have to take me a baby wipe. Get the insulation off of me. It's raining, so I'm gonna go unload some more of this insulation. It's finally cooling off. Boy, I miss my boys and my little girl. And of course, I miss George. Gotta miss George. The rooster that don't know how to be quiet. All right. One more load after this. Beautiful evening here in Willow Springs. Look at that rain. It's pouring. Sound of the rain is beautiful. I got the windows open. Got the lantern going. Cozy in our cabin. Only thing it's missing is my love bug. Morning. Had a good night. Slept good. It's a beautiful wet morning. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a baby deer right there with his mama. It's awesome. Like right in there. So I didn't fully make the bed last night. I just used one blanket and one pillow. So I'm putting that away. I did go around the house a little bit. I got to finish with some perithium. I went in the inside, dosed it. Had to make more, and I've almost used it all. There's a bar there. I didn't duck far enough. Oh, that kind of hurt. And We got our chain all hooked up. We're ready to go. I gotta stop and get some gas.
Look at this, guys. Oats and grass. Mainly oats, but there is grass. The grass is a lot thinner. Ticks too, which I knew we're gonna have quite a few. I put on Perithium, but still think we'll have to deal with them. Kind of cool. Got our grass, and you can see Oden's laying there. I left the canopy up thinking if I dodged the front end it would be okay and the wind wouldn't get it, and we evidently had a pretty good storm, and that was stupidity on my part, so the wind got it. Oh well, it served its purpose. I'm one of those people that like to take care of what I got, so I just had a lot of memories with that thing. It's done its duty. Welcome back. We are in Willow, and we have a few projects, obviously, like always, to do. Shower is one of them. It's gonna go over there, somewhere in there, probably right where most of that insulation's sitting. Maybe not, maybe to the left. She came last time by herself, and you guys saw that video, and she did the insulation, a few little chores that need to be done that wasn't heavy or anything. A lot of grass growing around the side there. Did a lot to get this just the way it is, and I mean there's a lot to do. These trees keep coming back, which is fine on some of them. Others I don't want here, so I'll get the mower out and do some mowing. Work. I gotta get the carburetor. I got it rebuilt. My brother, he wanted to tinker with it, and so he rebuilt the carburetor for the Suzuki. I already rebuilt it once, but I used Chinese jets in it, and I'm pretty sure those were off tolerance, or out of tolerance. So we're gonna go ahead, get that, put in the beast over there. It is a really pretty day. It's just hot. I need to come up with a good water collection thing until I get my normal, so I think I may hang that gutter over there temporarily on this, and then have it fill up the shower tote until, and I mean I also have the creek. I can go get the water, but point is, why not collect it off the roof if I can, right? Alright, tarp off this bad boy. And of course my tires are gonna be flat. I'm videoing, that's what. Man, it's changed a lot out here. A lot. Only been gone 3 weeks. Well, I guess our thing's holding water. You threw one of your leaves in it. Huh? You threw one of your leaves in it. Unless you got some little...
I got one. Because they're right there. Well, I thought you had to silicone it.
I don't know if that thing's bowed because all the weight of the water, if that's just a perception.
I think it's bowed.
I can tell you right now, we need to put one of those mosquito things in here because I see them. They're all over there.
Yeah, I can see them too.
So let's do that because
you only need a part.
I'm going to leave the water in here because
it's good for the dogs.
It's good for the dogs. What to do, man. Look at that crap. Reeves sign won't be readable. I gotta take that up there. There she runs through. She has her baby up. Alright, I just put carb in. I hooked up. We'll see how this works. put the carb in after the rebuild. Now, looks good. Little bit, maybe a little bit lean, or not bad. Appears to be perfect. But yeah, she hasn't, no, I let the choke off after I let it warm up just a little bit, and it's all the way off now. And it's running good. I mean, I've got to get a new battery because my freaking battery's toast. I pull started, and then it takes a while for my, what do you call it? That thing that charges it, stator. It takes a while for that before my lights will even fucking tell me what gear or anything I'm in. Because, you know, electricity has to go through your battery. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta air these damn tires up. I got the new tires, but I haven't, you know, put them on yet. That was cool. She runs great. Don't have a freaking choke on. Don't get those Chinese carb parts, man. They're crap. I got a $20 kit, and it's not worth 20 bucks. Wasn't even worth $5. Well, maybe, because it had the gaskets, but she's running and idling without a choke, so that's great. You can see on this one, fuel's in, choke's right there. I think I got my choke tight enough. I gotta air these dumb tires up. I got new tires for it, but put some new tires on her. That's awesome. Ah! You can't jump on my back. You're too heavy. You're way too heavy. I know you get excited, but dang, dude. It hurt me. I mean, that hurt. You don't expect a 180-pound dog to jump on your back. All right, it's one thing done, of many to do. You can tell that I cheated on fixing this. I know the best way to fix a flip-flop. It's worked for a long freaking time. Another zip tie, but pretty much worked for a while. Let's get the gas situation. Here's my new tires, or say new, but they're used, but they're no dry rot Kendas. Same thing as the Carlisles, basically, that are on there. Same tread pattern and everything. I don't know if I showed you guys the set I got on my four-wheeler, my other four-wheeler. But I got a set on there, brand new with wheels on my 4-tracks. But it's Grandpa's 4-tracks, and I'm kind of partial to it, so it doesn't come out here. It stays at the other hacienda. We'll get some fresh gas in this and get the compressor out, air up the tires on it. Maybe later I might go to the creek. Maybe. I need to get for the hose going to that, I need to get a clamp. Let's see, this isn't meant for a gas can. I know it seems crazy, but I need to get a fuel filter on this thing, because there's no fuel filter on it, which is not good. Man, this thing, it's like a never-ending tank. It takes a lot of fuel in this thing, but we need to get a fuel filter for this. So I need to figure out what size it is. I'm gonna say 1/4 inch with an inline fuel filter. No, Coda. No, Coda, come here. Definitely heard the baby deer or the mama deer, one of the two. Somewhere right up over this edge right here. Pretty sure there's almost 100% positive there's a baby deer right up here. And the mama's, she came earlier. I got video, but I don't think you can see it. She came across right here and went in the woods right there and headed that way. Just trying to keep some of this brush stuff down. It's gotten to be so different. Every time we come here, kind of amazing. Fresh oil change, ready to rock and roll again. Now, for those of you who watch the videos, I do have electric hooked way up over there. I have a temporary box. I would like to have the underground line ran over here with an RV setup. Time will tell. I got plenty of things to do before that, and generator seems to be pretty good. Obviously, we are what we consider somewhat off-grid. It's a $10 deal there. Well, good morning. It's another beautiful day. Been up for the last 2 hours. Didn't sip my coffee with you, but I went out and I spread a bunch more tick crystals. She went on off to do her stuff that she needs to get done today. But yeah, it's another beautiful day. I'm gonna try to get some work done this morning before it gets hot. I did pick up a little fuel filter for the four-wheeler and some clamps, and I got some screws that we're gonna use for the shower. I got to get my plumbing stuff together, which I have here. I brought, so we're gonna get this shower going today, or not going, but get it set up. Got a bunch of cinder blocks that I showed you yesterday when she got home. Even got the crappy ones that were broke, which are gonna work great. We're gonna work on this today. And it's just quite a bit to do. But we're gonna go ahead and take those cinder blocks that we got yesterday, bring them up here. Coda, she hears something. I think there was something underneath this insulation. But we're gonna start fabbing out our shower over here, getting leveled up first, and then go from there and start working on this. It's gonna be interesting, but I've been looking forward to this before the cabin was even built. You know, there's something about a shower that just refreshes you, makes you feel good. I do have a creek, and I may hit that this evening because my shower won't be done. Oh, I don't know why the dog had to crap here. This is our deal of the week: an eco temp, a water heater, propane, with a 12-volt pump and batteries, hoses, etc. $100 bill. And it's all brand new, never used. So that is the guts of the shower out here. So in the wintertime, obviously, we can't use it. But when it gets colder and chillier out, Coda? No. We can go ahead and we can utilize it until we have to just shut it down. I am going to make a cabinet or something for the propane heater with the exhaust vent. That way we can utilize it to some degree. You know, when the weather's bad and everything is protected from the elements. I don't care what it says. I'm not going to leave it sitting out in the rain. So the way I'm going to do these, I think the way I'm going to do this is going to be the roof part. Flip it over on top of that one. We'll level them up after I get all this off and everything, which hopefully I have the tools for. No, Oden. Dogs are being obnoxious. I'm going to tin the side of this thing, all 3 sides, and then put a little roof on the top, like an angled roof. Stick with me, and we'll see if we can make this happen. I'm excited to do it. So this is why I have the tank. Free water from the heavens. A good place to keep the dogs cool. Oden's like, should I do this? I mean, Coda just jumps in there like, heck yeah. Own little pond in the backyard. And yes, I did treat it with some stuff to kill the mosquitoes. Oden's like, oh man, you need some steps, boy? I need to level it out, but before I do that, come on. Come on, Oden. Come on. He's like, but there you go. He's like, but it's so tempting. It's just right there. And, huh? He's like, man, what I wouldn't do. Oh, this is my boy. He's a big old baby. Yeah. But see, this is a spot right here. He doesn't know what to do. Huh? I'll have to get a pallet over here. Something where you can get up on there. We'll get it figured out, won't we, boy? Come on, show him how it's done. Come on, up. Come on, girl, get in. Come on. Come on, come on, Coda, get in. Go on. There you go. There you go. You like that, huh? Alright, you can get out. Come on. He's so scared. He's afraid to get stuck and can't get out, I guess. So I'm starting to do the shower right now, and I'm having to cut the bars apart off of it because I didn't have an Allen wrench. And then we're going to go from there. As you can see, I'm making sure that I don't start a fire with all the sparks going on. Second IBC tank. He doesn't like noise. He gets irritated. I may have to grind this one some more and try to save it. And normally I wouldn't do this. I just unbolt it. He doesn't like totes. I don't know if you've noticed that, but we're gonna cut this out along this edge. We're gonna trim that one out along this edge. I'm gonna take a ratchet strap, ratchet from down here, down there to hold the tank in, so when I flip it over to put it on top, it won't fall as I'm flipping it. You want to leave enough of a lip on here, and I can get in and trim it down. Plastic has on the top has something, they have something to see up against. I'll foam it. Of course, the door will go right here. I'm gonna leave this lipped up on the top, probably just in case like we had enough water and we wanted to take a bath. We could sit down in the bottom and scrub ourselves or something like that. At least for now, that's what I'm gonna do. I may change that. I'm gonna drill or take my zip disc, hit this so I can go along it. Do the same thing I did to that. Like I said, then I'll ratchet strap it, flip it over, put it on top of that. I kind of got it leveled out for now. I can work on that later. I'm just trying to get this built. There's my 120 volt pump. This is one of the filters, and this is one of the bigger filters that's going to go before this filter. I'll have to get some adapters to convert it to PEX, but this right here is just take out the big debris that gets in the tank. That tank back there is the tank that's going to fill it. That's going to take out the big debris. That's going to take out the small debris and save my pump and us from getting, you know, the whole point's to get clean. This right here, save this. This could be handy for something. I could put an adapter on it or something. That piece of junk. This right here could be handy. I had to take the camera off for a while because my head was gonna hit it. Right now we're gonna wire these together. Keep them on there good. I'm gonna be tinning the sides so it'll hold it together anyway with those self-tappers. Make sure you use the self-tappers, use short ones. But I think it'll work if I make the store about right here and then leave that bottom come up and leave like right here and open this up right here. I won't be able to stand all the way up in it being that I'm 6'9", but it'll be close. I don't know, who knows, maybe I'll have enough room in the middle, I don't know, I doubt it, but tinning around it, making a roof, an overhang, kind of like this, so the water runs off this way, box on the side with all my controls over here. You see up at the top there, I specifically put that on the top because that's where my shower head and all my plumbing is gonna run into, on this side where I'm gonna have everything put. The other side is my drain side. Obviously I want it on the downhill side, and I'm gonna run a hose on out that way so the water can drain that way. Eventually I'll have a great water system, but for now this is gonna work nice. It'll protect the tanks, and I've got some tin to match this, and I have some white tin that they gave me, and kind of make it coincide together to where it looks good. And we'll be able to hang our towels on this. Make some good little garden terrace out of that. I don't know how well this is gonna work. It's recessed in there a ways, and I can use my zip disc, but it melts the stuff and it's kind of a pain. We'll use our self-tappers and tap this plastic on these rails from the inside just to strengthen it. So once this lined up perfectly, I'll come in and I'll trim it up around here. My plan is I'll probably have that as a vent, screen it or something, or may foam it and put holes in it or board. But yeah, I think I might. Man, I don't know. I'm always wondering if I can stand up in something being so freaking tall. But man, it's gonna be nice. And I also am anchoring this to the ground, folks, otherwise it'll blow away. So I mean, I got it in a good spot to kind of block it from the south winds to some degree, so I think it's coming out pretty cool though. While I'm getting melted plastic on there. Angle this just right. Sawzall I did not have one on hand. Gonna want to reinforce that. Sawzall would work better, guys. I didn't bring mine. You can also screw up with a Sawzall pretty quick, so. Yeah, I'll have to cut that again, but whatever. Looks good, except for that jank cut. Woo! I should just screw it on there and then cut it. A lot easier, it won't flop around on me. It's got some nasty water in it, but let's see. I can almost stand. Not quite, but pretty comfortable. Be really nice, dude. You know how bad I've been wanting to have a shower out here. So I got some 1/4-inch screws that will go through on this. I don't need too many of them. We'll silicone the rest of it. You want to make sure that you're not going into that dimple area. I'll just put some of those in there. It just keeps it from flopping. Then I can come back and trim all the rest of this out. Alright guys, nothing fancy. It's hot. About 2 o'clock. And this is where I'm at with the roof. I'm gonna finish putting a piece of tin on. It's not quite square. Just noticed that too. But it will work. Yeah, anyway, I might fix that. It was hard to hold up there. It wanted to slide off. But anyway, I'm gonna put this tin on, screw it down, and then I cut some pieces over here, right there, and they're gonna be on the side up there, running across there and there, so my tin has something to fasten to whenever I put it up. It's actually a little bit deceiving because it is off a little bit, but I didn't square it, so that's what it is. Nobody will notice except for me and you, right? I know it kind of looks ghetto, but that's what I wanted from the beginning, was that kind of that look. Strap her down or tie her down, but I've got about every tool, moved about everything off the pile that I could get. So I'll finish doing that and see you in a little while. Yes, you want to pre-drill the tin. Do a big project. This one I'm not. On the high rib. This tin bolt was used on this part. I'm going to utilize those holes. Let's go from here and go over there, I guess. We have another visitor in the backyard. Good morning. It's day 3. Beautiful days. Took the 4-wheel out last night, yesterday evening. Got some videos. Got the beast running good, man. My brother puts the carb on it. Did a real good job. Moved the insulation so we can get started putting tin on. I got to cut it down. This shower ready to go. I'll walk you through it some more. I got some hose clamps. I'm gonna put these hose clamps and clamp it in 4 spots on each corner. I open the valve up because I'm gonna run one of the hoses through there, probably for the wand if I can fit it. I'm not positive. This sink is gonna come over here and sit here. I'm gonna plumb it in, so we're gonna have a sink, and we're gonna be able to utilize the shower and all and everything in one thing from the. So today's gonna be a busy day. I'm gonna work on this, and I'm also gonna work on some insulation. When she gets back, she can cut me pieces, hand them to me inside the cabin. This is gonna be insulation for the cabin and for the shop area, but we're only gonna put 1 layer of this, and then we're gonna run R13 in the roof. We're gonna use 1 layer of that and make a baffle. You'll see in the future videos. We also had a deer out here this morning. A buck, I'm pretty sure, going to the mineral block. And we got squirrels down there now, but I've seen a lot of deer. Saw one last night. The babies, there's a baby up here. So the deer, the mineral over here in Missouri, in this part of Missouri, they definitely lack it. So I'm getting a couple more mineral blocks and putting them around. All right, guys, it's a little later in the day. I got the tin on this side, and I used a corner piece, a little piece, not corner, but it was a little piece I had, put it underneath this tin and that tin, and I got to cut it still up there. Now I have gap between here and there, but I'm running the rake like I have on up there over here, so it's going to come down and cover the whole sides on both sides. I'm just kind of using what I have, but I got the this done and cut out. You'll go through zip discs if you're using zip discs, that's for sure. Even quality zip discs. This right here I'm getting pool noodles for. And like I told you earlier, this is going to be built onto. I'm going to start doing some of this today. This right here, a guy brought it up on one of the off. Yeah, I'm going to put a awning there to cover us whenever we get out of the shower, so if we can dry off if it's pouring rain or whatever. This piece right here will sit across on it. These will come at a 45 down to it. Still got to get pieces here, and my white piece is going to go on the back here. It looks really good though. There, hanger towels on that. Still got to trim up the inside a little bit. I'm going to utilize it to store shampoos, extra shampoos in a tote. Will be mounted right here. It'll be plumbed in with everything from the IBC tank over there. Like a little portable summer. I've been looking so forward to getting this done. I spent months out here now. I spent a lot of time, and I really need a shower. I can go to the creek now, it's warm enough, but Oden's not really looking forward to it. He won't get in this little pond. Next time I'm out here, I'm working on the pond out front. No, go on. No. I miss Mama. Go on. Miss Mama. Baby. You're just mad. You just miss Mama. So this is where I'm at today. I kind of quit early yesterday. I just used a scrap piece I had of this and almost fit perfect. Took a couple 2x4s, put it to it. That way it pushes it out so it vents good to the steel. I don't have any problem with it hitting the wood. It has a shield inside instead of the one that goes on the outside up. Pain in the butt to mount. Like, it has two spots. This spot is hard enough to get to, but it's not bad. But back there, it's impossible. You can take this lid off and all that crap, but you gotta take off the shield on the top, the other one, and all that. Then I'd have a pain to put it back on. So I left it a little loose, and it's got a washer on it, so it's not going anywhere. I mean, it's solid. Whenever you're tightening these down, you know, you always want to make sure that you're real careful. You grab both sides whenever you got multiple fittings. You don't want to break anything in there. That's just a rule of thumb, man. If you're working on stuff like this, and I Teflon everything. I even got a rubber washer here, and I Teflon. Teflon. Or pipe doped. I'm probably gonna have to go back and pipe dope this cast water fitting on this brass. I don't know. I put Teflon on it, but I like dope too. The only thing is with dope and everything like that, just try to make sure you get on the outside threads. Don't get it inside where it can clog something up. All my plumbing I got to do. So right now I'm working on this. Now you got to pay attention whatever IBC tank you get that you're putting this on and threading this straight to it. Sometimes the threads are different. This one happens to be one that fits PVC schedule 40, so it works great. But there is some that aren't, and you'll have to get an adapter. We've been down that road whenever we put our tanks in our shop. We have 4 IBC tanks, and we've had it over a year now. We've been off grid with water in the shop house back in Arkansas, and you gotta pay attention because we got different fittings. So I Teflon this, glued it, put some cleaner on it. Now here's the thing about cleaner, you don't have to put cleaner on, and this is low pressure anyway. I mean, that isn't even really much pressure. It's just mainly up this way after the pump. It's gonna pull some, but it ain't gonna be a big deal. The thing with this though is when you put your cleaner on, it actually, if there was any burrs or anything, and it actually just kind of gives it a, I don't know if you ever noticed, but if you put cleaner on, it kind of gives it a Teflon feel afterwards, and it just makes it better. That's why there's cleaner. So it makes it better. And then whenever you push in on PVC, you want to push in and turn and twist as you're going in, so it just, you know, go counterclockwise, clockwise, and just, you know, get it in there seated. We're gonna thread, I'm gonna put some Teflon on the IBC tank down there, put this on, then I'm gonna go ahead and figure out my next venture. I got tons of plumbing parts. This right here is a 3/8 2 PEX adapter. Will be for the cold water side on the faucet, and I'm gonna have a T. I got filters, I got everything, but I go from this basically right here to that filter, to the check valve, as you can see down there, to the pump. So this filter, check valve, pump. From the pump to the hydrant, from the hydrant to the filter, from the filter to the sink, from the sink to the shower. There's quite a bit to remember there. So I kind of got it laid out in like some kind of chronological order. You can make yourself a schematic, but good luck. I'm not a plumber, but actually it's probably like my strong suit, to be honest. But gotta find a place to hang all this. I've got elbows, T's, valves, different things like that. I'm gonna put my water valve over here so that way I can hook up a hose and power wash. I got a little electric power washer if I wanted to run it, or hose or whatever. And my entrance for my hose to my shower is here, so I have to cut that out. Sink's just kind of cockeyed, it's not even leveled or nothing. I just got it sitting up here trying to get ideas, make sure everything works. It'll be interesting. But we're gonna work from there, coming this way. I got a whole roll of PEX over there, and we'll see how it goes. You can expect to get messy. At least I'm a messy person when it comes to plumbing. And I don't really, it's just the way it is. Gonna get messy. This is an older piece that my dad had hanging around. He's like, you want it? I'm like, heck yeah, I want it. This will take out most of the big debris before it gets to the other filter, and doesn't just clog my other filter straight up. There's like probably close to $120 worth of plumbing in this little job right here. FYI, man, it's not cheap, even if you're building one of these bathrooms like this. There we go. I had to get adapters to put in on both these. Upon adapters. Oh man, dude. Crazy. And it never fails. If you're plumbing, you'll never have everything you need unless you're an actual plumber. And maybe you won't even have what you need if you're one of those. Shit, crap everywhere. So this is just a coupler, so I can attach. Might as well do both sides. So I can attach that to this. I mean, there would probably been easier ways, but see. Gonna have to be fairly quick here. And you want to hold it sometimes on there. That one's got to be glued too. Don't want to get that solvent all over my foam and probably melt it. You don't want to tip over stuff either. You gotta watch it. Sometimes the back pressure can pump out stuff, but usually if you turn it like that, you'll be all right. Sad part is we didn't have to have this on there. Could have just gone from there to there. But whatever. Hindsight. I didn't know it came apart. I actually thought it was already on there. As far as I thought it was already glued on there. The noodles are for around the shower door in case we didn't tell you that. Man, it's come a long ways out here. Keeps on a coming. Happy Memorial Weekend, by the way, to everyone. Ain't going anywhere. Now I gotta put Teflon on these two fittings for the pecs, and then I gotta figure out. That's probably a good thing about this is I can use it to mount it solid. All right, it's the end of the day almost, like 2:30. This is where I'm at. I think I know what I'm gonna do with the sink. I'm gonna attach some 2x4s, drop them down, and then I'm gonna drop my sink back down, kind of hanging on those 2x4s on the top, and then I'll shim the bottom like this. I kind of was getting an idea on where this is gonna come up through. I'm packing and looping these things up. I gotta get this out of the way, so by the time I'm doing that, and you don't want to bind anything, put the filter up high right here, down to the sink on the cold side, and then I'll probably tee here and then right there. Cool noodles. I got a trim, but keeps you from getting cut. It's not pretty, aesthetically pleasing. Whatever. I mounted up those, which I was gonna use the pieces of IBC tank, but figure that out. Faucet's there. I don't know if I explained whenever I was doing this too, that this one goes all the way under, and I'm thinking I'm going to put my propane back here, obviously, because I don't have room up here now. This goes all the way under. I've got it plumbed to the first filter that takes out the big stuff. It goes from there to the check valve all the way up, and it's going to come up to here. You don't want to put this in a bind right here. This is all plastic on this up here, so I'm gonna put an elbow here, come out, another elbow straight down. So whatever shelf I put here, I'm just gonna have to notch it, or doesn't have to be something fancy or nothing. But yeah, there's the hydrant as I was showing. There's the filter. So basically you go from there on up to here, pumps it to the cold water, just the first filter for your garden hoses, or you know, whatever, power washer, stuff like that. That way you're not wasting your filter up here. Goes past this here, and then your filter then goes from this filter into your entry into your hot water heater, back out of your hot water heater, over to here to this T, tees off, goes down for the sink, and then goes back up inside to the shower. Then I'm going ahead and tee this one so I have hot and cold water, both. And this is what I've been working on all freaking day. I still have to finish up the tin, and I mean, I want to make it look good, but it's only so good it's gonna look. Building the cabin, folks, man, building the cabin like really took it out of me. Well, I'm bitching now, so I don't want to do that. But building the cabin was one thing, but building this thing, this is a whole different deal. I've been looking forward to this build, but man, I've been on it for 2.5 days now. Hard to believe, but it's a solo build. I put these, which I hate the color. I wanted white, but they didn't have it, and I don't want to get myself cut on the tin. So I put these on, these noodles, these big noodles. Like, cut them around this. I gotta trim all this up still. You can see where I ran in the shower line, and I went ahead and fastened it to the top. Those are just self-tappers to that plastic up there, so they may not work very well. If they don't, I will zip tie it or something else. But it's for there, it's hanging. I'm gonna eventually get a holder so I can mount the sprayer up high and I don't have to hold it. I'm not much for using this sprayer to spray around every part of my body. I like it from the head coming down. The awning right here is just 2 brackets like I have for the shelf there. I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple boards up here. It's thick, I think, or something. I was gonna use the IBC tank tops, but they don't come out quite far enough. And what's the point of having an awning if you don't have it out at least probably 3 feet? So that way I can dry off. We can dry off. So that's still a work in progress, but I got these brackets mounted to the actual steel, you know, through the steel into the tubing on the IBC tanks with the self-tappers that I use for the tin. It's hard to believe something like this could take all day. I'm going to drop the sink down. I'm going to take a 2x4 down here, 2x4 down here. I'm going to take a 2x4 back here after I loosen this. That way it spaces it back out the width. Drop the sink down, and that'll give me, I won't have to shim it so high. It's basically what I have to do because this is in the way, and God knows you don't want to put tension on these things. You know, you want to do it right. You don't want to put tension on any of these joints. This one's screwed in, so it's really good. You don't want to put tension there. That's plastic. These, you know. So, yeah, I didn't use a pretty hole saw or nothing there. Could have. I would have had to buy one. I didn't have one, and honestly, I really just don't care that much. I want to make it look nice, but perfect is another thing. Functional is the main thing. The other thing is this right here, my propane cylinder, and probably once I put the tin on, that white piece goes on. It's gonna go I'm gonna probably hang it up here in this IBC tank. That way I'm gonna put shelves up, and I got some big brackets at the house that I'm gonna bring back instead of buying these cheesy little ones. I've got some beefy ones, so I'll bring them back once I have the tin on. I can put those brackets on, put boards back here, stack all this stuff up, and just put shelves on it, and it will just add to the weight of this thing already. I mean, it's already gained a significant amount of weight. I'm dragging water out of the bottom down there. I'm thinking about putting another T on and just shutting it down from that valve. And if I want to put another T on, I could have a hose go to it, and I could literally, like, say this is empty, but I had water in one of those. I could stick a hose in it and I could still take a shower without having to fill this thing up, which I plan on doing, but you know what I'm saying. Just to make it work and test it too. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you found something interesting or whatever about this. I will show you when I'm a little further in progress and maybe take some video of me working, but it's so it's so time consuming. I almost think it's better for me to explain what I did, how I did it, instead of you just watching me plumb for freaking 7 hours. All right, so here we are. Got the sink mounted. Barely have to shim it. Brought it out with a piece there. Those two 2x4s. Put one underneath to keep it from swaying back. Got that mounted. Got the one ready for the other side, the hot side, or the cold side. Everything's plumbed in up there. The only thing that we need to do right now is we got this hose rigged right here, and we're gonna go ahead and make it to where we can actually valve it off and use one of these tanks. In case we ran out in that, we can go ahead and fill it in the creek and pump it from the side here.
Hi.
Hey, sexy. She's helping. Oden's down there doing nothing but being needy.
Always.
Again, happy Memorial Day, everybody. This is what we did. She worked, and I worked. Alright, so we just got the tank cleaned out over there with the vacuum because it had crap in it. We got it set up right here. Let's see. Set up right here. And still got to add the T-piece.